Just days ago, Keir Starmer seemed invincible. He was striding through the halls of Westminster, brimming with confidence, determined to push through welfare cuts so severe that even Ebenezer Scrooge might have blushed. His message was unyielding. The government would not back down from slashing £5 billion from the UK's benefit system. Critics and rebels, "Just noise is off," he scoffed, dismissing the rumblings within his own party as background static. Fast forward to today, and Starmer is backpedaling faster than a driver who's just spotted a speed camera. What happened between those moments is nothing short of Westminster legend, a political faceplant so spectacular it's destined for the history books. Buckle up, because this is the story of the most dramatic internal rebellion of Starmer's premiership and why it matters to every citizen watching from the sidelines. It all began with a plan. Starmer's government wanted to make deep cuts to the UK's welfare system, specifically targeting personal independence payments, PP, and overhauling universal credit eligibility. The aim? To rein in soaring welfare costs and show fiscal discipline. On paper, it sounded like tough but necessary governance. In reality, it was a proposal that would have affected nearly 800,000 people, many of them disabled or seriously ill. Instead of being seen as a pragmatic fix, it was viewed by many as a direct attack on Britain's most vulnerable. The backlash was immediate and ferocious. Vicky Foxcroft, a government whip, quit in protest, refusing to be associated with the proposals. The rebellion snowballed, with 126 Labour MPs signing an amendment to block the cuts. This wasn't just dissent, this was a full-blown insurrection. At the helm was Dame Meg Hillier, chair of the Treasury Select Committee, who made it clear that Starmer's plans were unacceptable. By Friday morning, Downing Street had switched into full panic mode. The government's damage control operation was swift and desperate. 3 major concessions were announced in quick succession. First, all current PIP recipients would be protected. Second, stricter rules for new claimants would be phased in gradually, with transitional protections to soften the blow. Third, PIP assessments would undergo a full ministerial review, co-produced with disabled people and advocacy groups. In other words, the government was rowing back as fast as it could, trying to avoid a humiliating defeat while still saving face. Was it enough? Some thought so. Dame Hillier called it a workable compromise, but others saw straight through the spin. Clive Lewis, a vocal left-wing Labour MP, called it what it was, a face-saving exercise. The damage, it seemed, was already done. Meanwhile, the Conservatives gleefully observed the chaos. Still licking their wounds from a bruising electoral defeat, they pounced on Starmer's U-turn with relish. Shadow Chancellor Mel Stride labelled him weak and rudderless, while Tory MP Helen Whately accused Labour of creating a 2-tier benefit system, one that she claimed would only encourage dependency. For the opposition, this was political gold. Starmer, the man who promised decisive leadership, now looked like a politician who crumbled at the first sign of real pressure. The timing couldn't have been worse. This U-turn comes hot on the heels of several others: winter fuel payments, tuition fees, even Labour's stance on Israel-Palestine. Each reversal chips away at Starmer's image as a strong leader, emboldening internal critics, and raising uncomfortable questions about his long-term future. Where does this leave Britain's welfare system? For now, Starmer has managed to stave off an all-out mutiny in his own party. But the price has been high. He's exposed the fragility of his coalition, revealing deep ideological divides that will haunt his premiership. And the welfare fight is far from over. There are already whispers about what happens when the next big challenge comes along. Just to keep things interesting, Labour is reportedly close to finalizing a one-in, one-out migrant exchange deal with France, a plan migration experts have blasted as nonsensical. With record numbers of channel crossings, critics say the deal won't fix the problem but could actually fuel people smuggling gangs. So here's the question: is Starmer showing pragmatic leadership by listening to his MPs, or is he exposing a dangerous weakness that could come back to haunt him? Are these welfare reforms dead in the water or merely delayed? One thing's for sure: in the circus of British politics, the drama is far from over. Stay tuned, because if this week is anything to go by, there's a lot more chaos to come.